Good morning to all. I am S. Vimala, Assistant Professor, Vellalar College of Education. Today we are going to discuss a topic collaborative learning. What are all the contents we are going to see in this video means definition, then components and types, then examples for that, and strategies. What are the strategies used in this collaborative learning, and the pros and cons of the collaborative learning. Okay, then first we move on to the definition. Collaborative learning. Collaborative learning implies a type of learning wherein two or more than two persons come together for learning purposes. The learners share their knowledge, make use of each other's resources, and praise or disagree with each other's views and guide one another. In this way, sharing knowledge, understanding, problem solving, and the collective effort of the group to develop something new is called collaborative learning. Then we are going to see about what are all the components and types in it. Then assigning students to mixed ability teams. Establishing positive interdependence. Teaching cooperative and social ethics and skills. Ensuring individual accountability. Helping groups process information. These are all the components of collaborative learning. Next, we move on to types of collaboration. In the type of collaboration, we divided into two sections: teacher director and student director. In this, teachers roles and student roles are most important. For this, we are moving for the examples. In collaborative learning, informal learning groups and the formal learning groups are the example for this. In informal learning groups, think, pair, share, and discussion or problem solving groups, and gallery walk or the informal learning groups. In formal learning groups, zigzag groups and simulations and role playing exercises and debates, research groups or the formal learning groups. Then we move on to the strategies. What are all the strategies we are used in the collaborative learning? In this, use small group discussion techniques. In the snowball versions of this approach, small groups, that is 2 to 4 students, discuss the question prompt initially. Then small groups combine into learning groups or large group 4 to 8 students. In the previous snowball version, 2 to 4 students, that is in the small initial groups. Then small group combine into large group with 4 to 8 students to continue the discussion. Finally, all groups reconvene for this whole class discussion. Then we move on to the how to encourage students to answer each other questions. Okay, rather than serving as the sole voice of knowledge in the classroom, encourage students to answer each other's questions when applicable. Then create listening teams. This is the very important thing. Create listening teams. By using the collaborative learning, this approach, students are divided into teams of 4 members where each member serves a specific role, that is questioner or agreeer or naysayer and example giver, like that. Then after the material is presented, teams have a few minutes to meet and discuss from their assigned perspective. Then teams can do whole class discussion to provide perspective. Then students peer review written work. This is mostly welcomed by the students. Only few of the students are neglecting this. Have students peer review written work prior to submitting the final assignment. To do this well, provide students guidelines and practice peer reviewing so they can develop this skill set. Then consider team-based learning. By using the collaborative learning, characteristics of team-based learning, that is TBL, include permanent heterogeneous student groups, use of active learning activity during class time, and peer evaluation of teams. TBL classes begin each session with a series of quizzes to ensure content mastery. Utilize discussion boards and groups in Canvas. Canvas allows instructors to place students into small groups for assignments or other purposes. These small groups can be associated with the Canvas discussion to encourage more conversation amongst all participants. Finally, we move on to the pros and cons of the collaborative learning. Advantages and disadvantages. In the advantages section, students develop a new perspective and leads to greater personal satisfaction, results in better team working skills, then enhances overall learning, and finally students learn how to overcome conflicts. In the same time, we move on to the disadvantages. It can cause conflict between group members. unequal participation from students, then students may avoid the task, can be extremely time consuming. Individual needs are dominated by the needs of the group. Okay, with this we are concluding this. Thank you. See you in the next video.